Hi guys, it's Spectre here. Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3. This is starting my first Chaos Dwarf campaign and I'm playing Zhatan the Black. I don't know anything about the Chaos Dwarves in terms of how they play because I've not looked at any guides or any videos, anything to do with them. All I've looked at is their starting locations, which I know from having it anyway. I'm going to try and build all melee armies, because everyone knows that Chaos Dwarves are going to be able to build ranged armies. Pretty much all Chaos Dwarves can. It's just what they do. They seem to have a mechanic similar to that of Beastmen, where you can like increase capacity of things. You've got this thing you unlock later on, because there's a unit that it says I can get, or not get, but you can like, because like they've now showed the unit cards in here, which I think is really cool. So there's this unit here, the Immortals and Lion Sworn. I'm not sure if I can get them or if I can upgrade one of these units to them. I don't know. But presently they're not on my roster to be recruited, but other Chaos Dwarf units are. And the reason I want to make or try and make a Chaos Dwarf melee army is because you can't do it with regular dwarves. Because regular dwarves just have their infantry. These have got their infantry, but you've also got these flying units here, some of the centaur type units, which I'm not really bothered about because centaurs generally are shit, even for like beastmen. And then you've got these things here as well, some monstrous units I can chuck in. I can have a sorcerer, so I'm going to put a sorcerer in probably fire, because there's not shadow in there. I might have a look at Hashut as well, see what that's got. And then I'm going to put a infernal castellan in there. And then the bull centaur tauruks and probably use as my scouts. I've got no idea at all what I'm walking into. I don't know how it works, not a fucking Scooby. Well, money's always good early doors. That's $4,000. Pricey. I got no idea what this is, how this works. I ain't got a clue. Not a fucking clue. Right. It says decisive and low, but I want to fight it because I want to see how the Chaos Dwarves work in battle. I mean, I've only got basic units at the moment, but let's give it a little go. I have got an artillery piece in there at the moment and a hobgoblin range unit, but I'll phase those out as quickly as I can afford to do so. But if Chaos Dwarves are anything like their cousins, their units generally aren't cheap. So this guy's got one of each type of fucking marauder. Weird. Oh. No, yes, of course. So I'm guessing I'm probably going to end up with hobgoblins for a bit in my army because, well, I just need to phase out the range units as quickly as I can. The fuck's he firing? Oh. Oh, cool. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Holy shit. He fired at the wrong unit, though. I knew he'd be going for my fucking sorcerer. Oh shit. Okay. So although there is a cap on Chaos Dwarf units, it's like you can increase that cap. I'm not sure if you can infinitely increase it like you can with Beastmen. I would hope so, because then I should be able to field the armies that I want. Otherwise I will have to intermingle Hobgoblin units, which I don't really want to have to do. I don't like the idea of Hobgoblins. I know they won't be very good. And they might be, you know, okay for the... My guy just died. He didn't retreat. Fair enough. Probably because of the Chaos Warriors. I do want to start running a non-melee army as soon as I possibly can, because that'll be more accurate to what I want to do, and to try and learn how I want to learn them. So I want to play with the ranged army. That'll be as it is with a ranged army, basically. You only have like probably 3 or 4 melee units, 5 at most, and then you kit rest your army out of basically artillery, which the artillery is going to kick ass because Chaos often employ the artillery to break open dwarf holds. We can try it, see what the difference actually is. She's firing up again. Right, that one just straight lands. So we want that one then. So it kind of fires like a death mortar, a little bit. You want to stand there and have a shooting competition with Chaos Dwarves? I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're an equally good range faction, and believe me, Chaos don't qualify. Personally, if I were designing the Chaos roster, I wouldn't even have any melee units in there. I mean, obviously we know they're... Well, the artillery's not doing a great job, to be completely honest. But we know the range units that they will rely upon can do damage. Just like Dwarven Thunderers. I don't expect anything less from them, really. But I need to be able to test their close combat potential, and especially of their, like, more unique units, the, like, Fire Demon type things. What the fuck? Right, okay. So, since I don't have a factory yet, let's occupy the factory and let's see what that's about. What have we got on here? Construction cost minus 10% for all buildings. Well, that's always going to be a good way to go. Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to build recruitment buildings here. They need to be built in your main cities. So we do get a stronger garrison in a factory, because you get a primarily Chaos Dwarf form box, right? Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss, Hobgoblin Archers, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, 2 Hobgoblin Cutthroats, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, Chaos Dwarf Blunderbusses. Actually, something I do want to check. No. Yes, you're going to want that. When you have 300 more raw materials, 150 armaments per turn. Raw materials minus 300 per turn. Chaos and Divided Corruption plus 1. We have 300 more raw materials. Oh, right. So that one gives you armaments, and that one gives you income generated. I'm guessing you can't have both, but then I'm assuming maybe you also can, but you'd need a shitload of raw materials for that to work. And then this one increases your raw material output for the province as well. Right. Okay. Hang on, what? That... That costs all my raw materials to build the fucking thing. Oh, we get control from this as well. That's good. Okay. We'll build that, because I don't like we can build anything else at the moment with it, in all honesty. Right, Zhatan will game that one, and we'll game that one. To the fire mage person, right, yes, I'll give you that. Yeah, he's got some of this stuff as well. We can mount it on Lamassu. That's actually really good because then he's a flying sorcerer, keep him out of harm's way for the most part. Because he can be out of the Lamassu, but I'm not sure about putting him on it because I've noticed it gives him massive decreases, like a lot. He loses 65 armor. He only gains 214 health, which is nothing. He'll get hit more than that in one attack by a legendary lord. He loses 18 melee attack, 3 melee defense, and 10 weapon strength. He just obviously then becomes a flying unit and gains a fuckload of speed. I might just keep him on foot. He's got a good weapon and another good item here. This one I'm not really sure about because effect intensity increases as the unit takes damage. The problem I've got with that is it can get up to a 30% ward save from this armour, but how low has his health got to be for you to get the 30% ward save? If his health's like he's almost dead, like 10% or something, it's not really that good. I'll have to test it first and find out, but otherwise it's not that good. But apart from that, his items aren't bad. At least he's not got dog shit like Throg. His weapon, his item is not even worth getting. It's that bad. Alright. Oh, and I've got to show you guys something. This is remarkable. I hope they do more stuff like this for every single faction, because it would be a better idea than just the shit we've been getting. Labour population minus fucking hell. Public orders on his arse. I can now get that cheaper, so I might as well build it. Yeah, so victory conditions. Well, your main enemy seems to be Zhao Ming, whatever her name is, or the female woman. You've got short victory campaign conditions here. They're more specific to your faction. This makes a lot more sense. Having like increased fucking winds of magic or something on a corn faction makes no sense. No sense, CA. So give them like, I don't know, charge bonus and casualty replenishment or movement range or something like that. That makes more sense on them. So this is specific to these, because workload requirement for raw materials minus 15% and raw materials consumed per turn by buildings minus 15%. Major relic missions become available, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what that is. Long campaign victory, check this shit out. You get 3 purple items as an option. So runic braces of Scavel. So 5% replenishment rate, all units in army. Physical resistance 20%, I'm guessing for the person that's actually using the item. And then passive ability Embrace of Scavel. Effect intensity increase with each nearby entity death. Replenishment of hit points of combatants. So it allows you to heal up to 0.30% and you're immune to a lot of poison and stuff. And it says, few dare we dare to imagine what horrors the exile Scavel crafted with his restless hands while donning these very braces. And only the insane claim to know. Focus lens of Morgrim. The revered tools of the first dwarf engineer grant the hoarder the means to replicate Morgrim's innovation and crafting techniques for machineries of war. Missile strength 20% for missile infantry, war machine, artillery units, all units in army. That's insane. And then range plus 10% all units in army. It's also insane. Passive ability Morgrim's Eye. On-piece missile damage plus 25% and accuracy plus 60. 35 meters, effect duration 32 seconds. Affects all units in range. And then this one, the Hammer of Smidnir. Smidnir was the first of the ancestor gods to craft the crushing rune weapons, such as this ornately carved hammer for which Dawit are rightly infamous. Melee attack plus 8, weapon strength 20%, and then ability Hammer of Smidnir. 3 uses explosion, so it's a blacker blast basically. Speed minus 60%, charge speed minus 60%. Large random moving area of effect, strong versus multiple combatants, weak versus single combatant. Basically just sort of like evil version of Hammer of Thor or something. I don't fucking know. Actually, give me a second then, because I can have another 10 recovery. So can I have, give me one of those guys then. These. Give me a cast for your great weapon. What the fuck? Well, I don't want these more than likely, because I'd rather have the hero version, because that's my intent. My intent is to have a Castellan and a Demon Smith Sorcerer in every army, and the Bull Centaurs will be my scouts since they've got Assassinate. So what I need to really focus on then, here, looking at this, is using my armaments to increase my capacity of the units that I want. You basically got your basic Chaos Dwarf Warrior, Chaos Dwarf Warrior's Great Weapons. Then you've got Infernal Guard, Armoured and Shielded, Charge Defense against large foes, and Contempt. Contempt's actually a nerf in it. Witnessing other friendly units' rout will only affect this unit's leadership if they also have the Contempt attribute, which is basically other Chaos Dwarves. Because I don't think like your little shitty guys have it. I don't think. Yeah, these don't have it. So basically, it's like your Hobgoblin units can rout, and the Chaos Dwarves don't give a fuck. Which would make complete sense. Why would they give a fuck? Can I send a few more units? End of the day, in the beginning, you're just gonna have to take what you can fucking get, I suppose. I mean, those, I don't know, do they have their own thing? They do, don't they, these? Well, I won't be increasing the capacity of those, so that's fine. I know I can save it for what I need. Question is, do I want to increase it now? And get some more of those, or not? And wait. You've got that, and they've got armored armor, piercing, melee, contempt. They're basically just better versions, aren't they? Right, so they've only got 15%. 30, 34, 70 leadership, 36 weapon strength, which 27 is armor piercing. They've got 80 leadership, 32 melee attack, 46 melee defense. That's a lot for a fucking unit of great weapons. 33 of its armor piercing, but they've got 25% fire resistance. So they've got some more fire. So it's actually a good idea to take a fire sorcerer, because then if any spells do hit your own troops, they're resistant to it. So it's not going to hurt them as badly as the other laws. They get a 10 leadership increase. That's a fucking lot. But they only get 5 on those ones. And then you've got Infernal Ironsworn. But these are only the shield version. Charge defense against all contempt. They get flaming attacks and magical attacks. So obviously they're good as well for like taking out anything that's got high physical resistance. Or even if they've got ammunition. Or do they kind of look like their version of like Ironbreakers? Maybe that's what they are then. Like their version, like Ironbreaks or something. Now obviously get more armour as they go. Right, okay. Let's see, they're just direct upgrades. But we'll be taking some of these, I just don't know which ones as of yet, and I'll be taking both of these. Something else I want to look at definitely as well. We're just going to be ignoring these, and ignoring all of these. I'll try those on a different playthrough with a different legendary lord. And then I've noticed these things at the side here. I'm guessing that's something to do with this. Until like modifications in the armory. What does that even mean? How do I unlock modifications in the armor? Is that like a tech tree thing? Absolutely no goddamn idea. Oh, so you just need this then to get on this tree in the middle. I do like how it shows you the units, so you can relate to what the unit is rather than just giving you a name. It shows you the unit card. I think that is a good quality of life change. If they've done that across all technologies as an improvement, that's a really, really good change. Because it's more relatable. You're like, oh right, what unit's that one? You're trying to think of the unit. Now you know. And I've got no idea what the fucking hell to do with the research, I'll be honest. I'm just going by the fucking... What have we got in here? Immortals, Infernal Iron Sworn. Okay. One thing that I will enjoy more about playing Chaos Dwarves straight away over normal dwarves is one thing that turns me away from playing a faction is if they've got an annoying mechanic built into their faction. So, example for dwarves is the grudge mechanic. You can get grudges really fucking easily, and they scale too high too fast. When lore-wise, dwarves have held grudges sometimes for hundreds, if not thousands of years. They're not something that escalates because you've got a book full of grudges. You're supposed to harbour grudges, that's what the dwarves do. It shouldn't be a negative. And CA just gone about it the wrong fucking way. That's the problem they've gone with. They've just gone about it the wrong way. Ports? There's no ports anywhere fucking near us. I've got plenty of money, so... Let me just try something. I want to try something, but I don't want to waste my shit beforehand. And yes, I've got it all in very hard. I made sure of it before I continued. Apparently they've added a new ceiling as well, so I kind of want to see what that's about. Or where the fuck it is. All they need to do is now let the AI use ceilings. That'll be really cool. Or actually, maybe you could do that one and combine it. In fact, no, because that's raw materials, isn't it? Yeah, because this consumes raw materials. Because that one gives you money, and that one gives you armaments. And don't get me wrong, money's always going to be good. But you need armaments to unlock your capacity to get the troops that you want in your armies. But obviously you need the money to be able to afford. Just go in your army. Public order though is shit. I don't have to rectify that. Through provinces all marked for new intake. But well, anyway, I want to try something. Right, so now I've done that. It's not unlocked this, I don't think, or has it? Is where you enhance entire category of units. Forgecraft options are applied to units for upkeep of armaments that keep assembly lines running. Selecting a category allows you to view the units recruited and list of potential Forgecraft options to the right. Once options are chosen from the list, they appear below the category. Unit categories can only have a limited number of Forgecraft lines active. Fucking hell, let me click on that. The armament's upkeep cost for a category's Forgecraft options is multiplied by the number of units you have across your armies in the category. Total upkeep breakdown is specified beneath the unit cards. Right, okay, so they don't get Frenzy. You have it then as an option of an upgrade. Oh. Okay. So this is like 8 per unit times 2, so that's 16. So if I wanted to upgrade every unit in my army, it would cost a lot of armaments. You would need a massive amount coming in. And that's just Frenzy. Ones that stand out to me here, though, personally, would be Frenzy's a good one. Sundering Attacks would be another one. Physical Resistance definitely be a good one. And then maybe like Glittering Scales. Because that's basically almost like what River Hag Troll has, or what the Slanesh units with their like glamour sort of thing. Right, and then there's different ones for different types of units. Okay, I see that. That makes sense. So you don't want to be doing that willy-nilly. I weren't going to spend it, because I don't gain many armaments per turn. So, I'm just going to try and... But, fuck it. Put another Chaos Dwarf unit in there. I've got no idea how you grow these settlements as well. Because it's not a growth thing, I've got... It's got to be something to do with the influence. I mean, I kind of want to go that direction because of Laura Fire. But then you have got ones there like Finest Leaders is really good for Lord and Hero Recruit rank. Oh, this is something as well. I don't know if this is just this guy, I'm assuming it's all of them. But this is fucking ridiculous. Check out suitable fucking climates. Everything. Everything is goddamn suitable. Because at the moment, there's no point in getting rid of them yet. When cost becomes a factor, I can get rid of them if that becomes an issue. But at the moment, I just need more units. See, this building I don't care about here. They have got one there, but I don't give a shit about hobgoblins. It says when workload requirements are met. I don't even know. Have you got an option to view this? I've not got a clue.
Whose praise are Pudraj? Takazak! Velokasi! Gorkals!
Ooh. That's pretty good. Because you straight up 50 armaments per turn. Very nice. I don't care about that. I don't know what to do with them yet. I've already got the one there actually. Right, okay, actually no, build the other one, build the different one. Build that one. The casual punishment's good. Let's get some of that. Again, this is a faction that doesn't have a casual punishment hero, which is really annoying. But I get the feeling most people who play Chaos Dwarves are probably going to build ranged armies anyway. Just like you do in normal dwarves. What the fuck? It takes conclave influence off you. Okay. I've done a bit of research everywhere because I don't really know what to focus on. Oh, I just had a range. Motherfucker. If I move there, I'm going to ambush stance. Might bring him back in. Right, okay. So our outposts cost money to upgrade. Oh, fucking Christ. So the cities get the same option then? Hang about, what the fuck? Because this one takes raw material. Oh, God. So you don't... Oh, fucking Christ, I've just had a fucking epiphany. Right, okay, so that's how that works. So you don't need growth as you would do in normal factions. You just use raw materials to upgrade the fucking thing. So when you've got enough, I can upgrade that one. Same with this factory here, I can upgrade this factory. And it costs 675 raw materials. But ideally I need my raw materials. So hang about. Raw materials is basically growth. Right. Right. Okay, so this is basically my growth building. So... Don't build that. Don't build it. That's what I want. Right, okay, so... You'd think, wouldn't you, that these... Well, at least your chaos and divided corruption would go up by one every single upgrade. I want to split probably the conclave influence too, but maybe the other one. Right, it's basically growth, but your growth on this is faction wide. It's not growth per province like it is with basically every other faction in the game. Because your growth is raw materials, that's basically faction wide. Armaments are purely for unlocking more capacity of the units you want and then upgrading them, but then you need the armaments to keep any upgrades you might put on them across your entire faction though. So you've got to be careful with that. Influence, I'm not completely sure what that's for yet because I've got to unlock this Tower Azar thing. Oh, that's why. Because you need to unlock Sid 5 Conclave. Military Convoys apparently just unlocked. These cost money. I like this guy. Right, so those I can just pay for in money. Right, so some of these... Right, that's going to give me raw materials, which is basically growth. Oh, right, and I can up and down it. Okay. But that there is going to give me money, but take off me armaments. I don't want to lose armaments. I need that to increase my thing. That's going to give me labour. And that's going to give me labour. So what I'll do is I'll start with a close one. Let's dispatch that to Greasus. I'm going to give him 400 gold. He's going to give me 149 labour. And although Convoys has been kind of ripped off Cathay, Convoys actually for the Chaos Dwarves does make a lot of sense because they do transport goods to their allies. That's how Chaos Warriors end up with Chaos Armour. And a lot of the weapons they have. If it weren't for Chaos Dwarves, Chaos Warriors wouldn't exist. Because they've basically been Marauder champions. The only reason they have that armour they can put on and they never have to take off is because of the Chaos Dwarves. The reason they ain't got to take it off anymore is because of what the Chaos Gods do to them. But, labour economy. Ah! Now I can see the labour thing. Right. And we lose how much a turn? 59. But we're well over the fucking cap, aren't we? Sockernite. Right. So it's basically, it is pretty much the old Dark Elf mechanic, apart from they've added in this where you can transfer it between settlements. That's new. That wasn't there with the old Dark Elf one, sorry. The Dark Elf mechanic. You used to be able to turn on which settlements would receive slaves and which wouldn't, and then you'd have like an overall cap. So it's a little bit different because it's workload and you need it to maintain efficiency. But now you can move it for a cost between provinces. But they still need to put the old Dark Elf one back. Well, while CA maintained their stubbornness of that, this is the new Dark Elf economy, this is how it works, it's bad. Nobody wants it. Nobody fucking asked for it. Nobody wants that shit mechanic. It's absolutely ass. And I'll be honest, I've done my Loki Felhawk campaign, he's my favourite Dark Elf, with my second being Malekith, who I primarily build. Okay, okay? Who I primarily build melee armies with. But more than likely, I won't play Dark Elves again until they rework their slave mechanic thing. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. You've got that on top?
Raj Arbu. Ratsta Art.
Just give me a Frick victory. It's killing all my slaves, apparently. We'll fight it, fuck it. Anyway, he's got a hill cannon. What the fuck is this map? Hell cannons there. Okay. Oh bloody hell, they've got more units over here, Marauders. There's Castrolls over there. What the hell that was aiming at, but okay. marauders aren't too much of a problem. Especially not for Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves will fucking shit marauders. Fucking all damage on those blunderbusses. Good God. Never mind, wait there. Am I supposed to be in combat with him? Apparently not. Ha ha! Fuck, where are they going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Why did you move backwards? You are well within your range. You don't need to move backwards. That's what I hate when the AI does weird things like that. It's like, oh yes, I must get closer, but you're already in range. Eesh. My Ablaw's got a bit fucked, but it's okay. I just broke that entire flank. Oh, he's got Chaos Spawn on it. The big stupid green skins over there so I can see the Chaos Dwarves. These regular ones, yeah, they are. What the fuck's this idiot Chaos Lord doing? That thing's still firing. What's this thing look like? Fuck that. I'm firing that vertically, but come back down your own head. This guy, I'm guessing, is like... is a mixed ballot between... is a sorcerer. So, like, dwarf version like a rune lord, runesmith. But he's also like a master engineer.
Zhatan Dabraj.
Fucking hobgoblins killed a fair number of marauders. And that's a fairly nasty early-ish game army because he's got like 4 monstrous units in there. Ooh. More a fortune one. Nice nail there. It's pretty good. Who's this fuck?
Vescaris. Raj Arbu. Naz Sepusene. Draj Dabaraku. Carbon Vagras. Istachrezu. Drajanakron de Zukantagros.
So now apparently as well the AI is going to be determining more stuff off of this, whether they pose a threat or not.
To war.
I just hope then that it's accurate.
Bring death.
He's at war with them. We've got relatively good relations, but I do want that territory. Angbar, that's not... Is that fucking village? Right, so now I can use the labour to upgrade that. So when it says construction customised 10% for all buildings, is that just with that, or does that apply to this as well? Oh my god. I didn't even check this out. I'm a dumbass. So these ones cost raw materials. Well, that one actually costs money. So it varies. These both cost money. These cost armaments. Fuck. I don't need that one. That costs armaments and a fuckload of them. That costs... I fact, no, raw materials, sorry. But that costs armaments. 2,500. How? What? This costs raw materials. Raw materials, raw materials, raw materials. Money, money. I'm guessing money. Money, yeah. Wow. Okay. Sheesh.
Marink.
Well.
Dere Amahaskala. Gord Karls. Betiazater.
So although you need it to unlock your capacity and then potentially put upgrades on them, which then has an upkeep on armaments, you also need it to build certain goddamn buildings. Right, the town one, at least on the outpost, everything costs gold. Now another factory one, this one costs raw materials. That one costs armaments as it does in the big building. This one costs raw materials, that one costs raw materials, that one costs raw materials, and they both cost money. Right, so there's 3 more in here that are the unique ones to the factory, also cost raw materials, alongside the main building itself. Good God. Hopefully I weren't kidding when he said it was complex. Fucking just a bit. Just a bloody bit.
Sumazma.
Oh, okay. Trying to figure this out is going to be a nightmare. Hang about, how the fuck do I hang about? Jesus Christ, that's going to be... What the fuck? Right. So... Raw materials 200 per turn. When workload requirements are met. Workload plus 300. You'll need this to maintain this much labour in the province. So my workload is 400. I'm guessing because I have 400 of these. $300, then your workload goes up to 400, and then you can get 400 raw materials per turn. Workload you need 500 or more. Right. And then you've got the same thing here, this thing. This one gives you actually both money, armaments, and raw materials. So that's a really good building. Because that gives you all 3 of the things that you need. It gives you money, raw materials, and armaments. You just need 300 workload to maintain it for the raw materials. So that's really, really good. Jesus Christ. Because you need that. I've put that one on for the moment because it affects local province. I might as well. But normally you'd want one of these ones on. So when you've got 300 more raw materials coming in, you can have that one, which then will give you 750 income. But you're losing 300 raw materials a turn. So you're not going to build this one everywhere. Where this one, you can. It just costs raw materials to build it, but it gives you just 750 income flat. So it works kind of like the building you get in a Dark Fortress for the Chaos Warriors of Chaos faction. So you do want that. You want that in every single city. Because your towns, it's a bit more finicky. Because you might need this in certain places for the control. There's that one which is 250 income plus battle loot. All armies in adjacent regions plus 30%. When you've done a certain technology, it goes up to 300. So this you could potentially build. But then obviously raw materials, that brings you in 400 a turn. But you need 500 workload to maintain it. And that gives you 150 there as well. So if you had that one maxed out, you'd bring in 450 from your town. That's not too bad. And that still brings you in 150 as well. The factory. Which means that the factories, though, are spending your raw materials. So your outposts are your generators. That's where you're generating your raw materials. And this one's spending it. That one doesn't spend it. That actually increases your raw materials output. So you can actually help it within a certain way. But I'm guessing you probably will only have one of those in a province. Because it affects a local province. And then you'd go for whatever else. But you'd have that alongside outposts to buff the outpost. Because these don't. That's a spender. Spends raw materials to gain armaments. But you're losing 300 raw materials a turn to gain 150 armaments when maxed out. And that one you're losing 300 raw materials to gain 750 income. So you're going to have to kind of like balance it out. Because obviously you're going to need both. You need this to upkeep your armies. You don't need that to upkeep your armies unless you have the upgrades on them. So I might just try and get my armies first before I think about any upgrades. Might be the best way to go. But right, I've started out with the Chaos Dwarf campaign. They seem to play quite well. I've got a lot more to come. And this is the first part into Zhatan's campaign. And I've got to try and figure it all out as I go since I'm going in completely blind. So I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, leave a like. If you're new around here, please drop a sub, help grow the channel. And I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone.